Just a quick one from me. Jackson Merrill, any developments there?
Nothing new, really. Came in, does his gait and his walk is better, but as far as the mobility and explosiveness, they're still exploring it, and we'll know a little bit more later today. But nothing dramatically has changed, but he is feeling a little better.
Should we anticipate any type of baseball activity type test even today, or are we not even at that point?
I'm not there yet. I'm not sure yet, so we're evaluating it.
Mike, Nestor Cortez on the mound for you tonight. Fourth start since the trade deadline. What have your early observations been of Nestor?
When he settles in and gets his rhythm, he's really, really good. His pitchability is really good. He's been able to get guys off balance on just getting that rhythm early.
You talked yesterday after the game about Gavin Sheets and the defense he's played in left field. Can you speak to sort of his development out there over the course of the season, what that's looked like?
Yeah, I've been really pleased that Gavin, all our guys, we're always looking to be continually better at our craft, and guys work at their craft, quite a bit. Gavin is a guy that has played historically more first base, and of course has DH'd a lot in his career, and had played a little outfield coming in, and we recognized there was an opportunity for him to play the outfield. He seized it, and he goes out with David Macias, our outfield and base running and first base coach. And for you guys that are here early and to watch BP, and whether it's home or road, he's out there almost every day working on getting better and reading balls off the bat and off the machine and different type of balls, and he's done a nice job of making himself a very serviceable outfielder.
Sheets set a new career high in home runs earlier this week. He's a guy who came into spring training fighting for a job, and he ends up having the kind of role he's had on this team. How would you put into context his season as a whole, really even going back to who he was coming into spring training?
Listen, he's done a great job. We didn't know him. I didn't know him very well. I knew a lot of people that knew him. I spoke very highly of him. One of his college coaches, Joey Hammond at Wake Forest, was very, very pro Gavin Sheets person. Tony La Russa, I've mentioned this multiple times, managed him in Chicago and spoke very favorably of him. And his wrap-up point to me before we signed him was, you can win with this guy, because this is ultimately what that's about. This is about. And then, we talked to him as we went through the process of recruiting him, as a free agent, and explaining this as a legitimate fit for him, and there was going to be a legitimate opportunity, which he believed, and we've been true to our word, and then he's earned more opportunity, and he's just been a complete pro across the board. How he's going about it. He had big homer first game of the year. So he started announcing as the president with authority immediately, and so he's just done a nice job. He's played different roles, and also his roles changed. He's getting an opportunity to get back out there now because of Jackson. His role changed because of the addition to O'Hearn, and he's handled everything, whether it's a new opportunity, whether it's less opportunity, whatever the opportunity is, he's been ready and been productive, and that's what good teams have, and he's been a great representation of who we want and need out of Gavin Sheets as a Padre.
You expressed appreciation last night for Manny Machado diving into first base, trying to get that extra run. Do you want him diving into base?
That's a good question. That's a question that we actually ask a little bit internally. Is the answer ultimately is I don't believe in guardrails for players. Do not do this, do that. I want players that are looking to compete aggressively, that can go and look to make winning plays. And that's what Manny did. So, listen, we want to obviously make sure he's healthy, and all the guys are healthy, but it's his competition, and they're athletes, they use your bodies, and he was looking to make a play, a winning play. So, anytime our players can make a winning play, I'm in full support of it.
I know Manny spoke last night about how much that seeing you Darvish succeed, how much it meant to him, considering how hard he's worked to get back. Is what you saw last night exactly what you guys expected from Darvish as he worked his way back from the injured list?
Once he gets to a point, listen, I applaud you for working his way back to where he's gotten to. Organization's been patient, rightfully so, and Hughes done his part to do his, to get back and be ready to compete. But the expectation is when whoever comes back on that major league field is capable of doing what their talent belies, and so the expectation would now maybe not be able to go quite as deep in games with Darvish, knowing that, we want to be smart about his usage and so forth. But as far as his ability to go perform and compete, there was an expectation he was going to go pitch like Yu Darvish, and he has. There was a guy named Kenny Dixon who did it when I was growing up as a clubhouse kid with the Orioles, and he could throw like 87. He's a right-hander. Got a little bit of big league time, but he could throw left-handed, like it looked like he was left-handed. I saw the video of Darvish throwing a side left-handed, and it looked like he threw left-handed. It's amazing, that guy's body control. Answer your question, two guys. Yeah, I've seen some guys. Well, now the kid, I can't recall his name, so I apologize. Yeah, I saw him pitch in AAA in the big leagues. Like, he did a big league game. It's pretty impressive. But it's an amazing skill set. I know there's a younger guy that's coming up that's like throwing gas from both sides.
They got Kenny Dixon like on the mound and clocked him.
Yeah.
Have you guys clocked Darvish from the bullpen?
No. It's maybe a point worth exploring with you at some point. On and off. On your third day, can you come in and get a lefty out? But we haven't gone there.
Speaking of lefties, it's easy for a guy like Wentz-Brather to get overlooked with all the big names in the bullpen. But talk about the great year that he's had.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because, we talked about Morgan a little bit, rightfully, but specific to Wandy, I'm glad he's getting some recognition. He's been under the radar a little bit, but not for us. He's gotten some huge outs. He's also pitched in a lot of different places. Those other guys, it fluctuates too. Morhone picked up the 4th and grabbed the 9th the next day. So all our guys have been pretty open to pitching in different places, but Wandy's been as good about that as anybody, and he's throwing the ball very well, and he's been good against lefties, but also Wandy actually this year has been better against righties. He keeps the ball on the ground, and he's been really efficient, and he's been able to grab multiple innings. He's done a phenomenal job for us, a big part of our club's success.